just want to say, if Candace don't want to talk about her and Ashley's beef amongst the group, she don't have to, whore.
Hold up.
Hey guys, welcome back to the King Can't Wait TV.
Think I got what you need, well I have none. Hop off, you're a freak and I'm handsome.
Hey Caniacs, welcome back to the King Can't Wait TV. I know things are looking a little different right now with the background, but that's only because I'm so interested in filming in landscape now. And when I do landscape, then you're able to see this versus the portrait. So I guess I have to go buy bigger fabric to extend and make the background go out. But we're here today, and I'm here today to give you guys a review over the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 2. So let's just hop right on into it, okay? Here. So anyways, it opens up, we see Karen, she's at home working out, Ray and his old ass and his badass attitude coming downstairs where Karen and her trainer is. It seems like Karen and Ray are definitely having some awkward energy, and we've grown to love Ray and Karen since Season 1 up into Season 4. So the fact that they're coming on Season 5 and they're having some marital issues, it's kind of like weird. It's like, y'all damn near 80. Y'all don't need to be divorcing at 80 years old. Just let it be what it's going to be. Coming on down. And just make senior citizen love. Karen, she opened up in her confessional about how Ray hasn't been telling her, like, I love you. He's not saying the 3 words. He's not saying the 3 words. And so when she brings this to his attention, Ray pretty much pays her dust. Ray's pretty much like, I'm not saying I love you. Ray's pretty much like, girl, fuck you. You know? And you could tell that Karen is very, like, hurt by it. And you could just see, like, the awkward tension that these guys are having in their marriage. So on Episode 1, when Karen opened up to the girls, when she was giving her speech about how her and Ray were having, you know, they're working on themselves. Now we see what's going on. So when we talk about timeline and storyline, thank you, Bravo, for letting us see what's going on with Karen and Ray, because I'm confused. I know a lot of my loyal Caniacs are confused, like, what's the tea? But obviously, Ray haven't been telling Karen that he loves her. We all know that Ray is 30 years older than Karen. She said when they got married and when she was in her late 20s, he was in his 50s. Now that she's like in her 50s, you know, he's nearing 80. So she's pretty much like, it's just not adding up. Well, that's what happens when you marry old for the coin. We all know Karen married Ray because Karen was raised on a farm. She worked on a farm. So, you know, she married for coin. She married for money. She married for this. She married for that. But the thing about it is, when you're fucking with somebody who got 3 decades on you, there's obviously going to be some type of confusion, some type of, oh, we're not really seeing eye to eye. And it could be because of that 3 decade, you know, a decade is 10 years. That 3 decade time difference, age difference. But I'm always one to say age ain't nothing but a number. You know, I'm 28 right now. I would love to marry me a 68-year-old man, you know, at the end of the day. Bad talk. So anyways, it's just not what we're used to. And honestly, for me, as a fan of Real Housewives of Potomac, this was just very awkward to see Ray and Karen having this awkward energy. Next we see Giselle and Mo. They're having a sit down. They're having some lunch. They just pretty much talk about their past fallouts and how, you know, they never really had any major beef and how they just want to move forward. So, pardon me, I'm here for that. I'm always here for people to come together and move forward and let the childishness go. Giselle is pretty much getting that anointed dick. According to Monique, Giselle is a lot happier when she's getting dick down. Just in episode 1, when Giselle was talking to her daughter said the same thing. Like, oh, you're so happy when you talk to a man. Like, now it ain't about us, it ain't about that. Giselle, focus on them 3 girls. You raising these girls to feel like love is in a man. And that's not right. Love is self. Love is powerful. Love is above. Okay? And then for Monique to say like, oh, okay, Giselle is happy, she's getting that anointed dick. But I just want to know, Giselle, okay, your husband, Jamal Bryant, right? Mega pastor, whatever, ex-husband, right? I thought y'all supposed to be about the church. How y'all having sex? That's fornicating. Y'all not back married yet. Y'all not back married yet. But y'all know they say Jamal Bryant didn't do nothing but cheat on Giselle when they was married, which is why they got the divorce. So maybe he's treating Giselle like one of his freak hoes. Pure. Giselle and Monique, they want to plan a party for Ashley. Ashley hasn't been around the group. We all know that she's going through whatever she's going through, her postpartum situation. So the girls, Giselle and Monique, are like, okay, well, let's throw her something. Let's get her out the house. Let's let's turn up one time for our girl. And they both say that there will be no utensils because we all know that last season Candace threw a butter knife at Ashley. So, they're going to try to remove all utensils from the table. Everybody give their opinions. That's what the show is all about. Monique is just feeling some type of way about Candace becoming friends with Charisse. Because she feels like, okay, bitch, me and you supposed to be cool. These slanderous, rumors she's going around saying about my family. Why would you allow this bitch to come to your party? I'm going to be there. You didn't give me a heads up. So Monique is just pretty much annoyed with Candace, and she's just letting Giselle know the tea, period. I don't understand why these girls are trying to blame Candace for having an opinion on everybody's situation, because all of you bitches done had opinions. All of y'all done talked about everybody's family. All y'all done talked about everybody's livelihood. So now that Ashley just done had a baby, Candace supposed to kiss her ass? No. Fuck Ashley. Candace don't have to see it for her if she don't want to. And see, this is why I get irritated with the Real Housewives, because we got 40-year-old, 50-year-old women mad at somebody for having an opinion when all y'all bitches got opinions. You wouldn't be on the show if you didn't have an opinion. So don't be mad at Candace because she's voicing her opinion and she's slaying y'all with the truth. Okay, Giselle, we already know that Candace just slayed you with the truth when she talked about your build-a-home. That's a hot mess, okay? But you shouldn't have been kikiing about her and her house. Again, I say this. You cannot throw shade at someone and then try to pick and choose the degree of shade that comes back to you. Poo. You cannot throw shade and then get in your feelings when somebody throw a whole tree at you, okay? Your ass should have never threw the little shade that you threw prior. Okay? Prior. Anyways, moving on. Mo and Candace have made up, but, I just feel like it's not Candace's job to make Charisse and Monique be cool. It's not Giselle's job to make Monique and Candace talk. Monique, I feel like if you have the issue, you need to talk to Candace ASAP, okay? Because y'all supposed to be friends. Y'all supposed to be cool. I just feel like when you try to make people who are beefing be cool, it never works out in the person who's in the middle favor. So you just gotta let people duke it out, okay? Period. Alrighty, so, and then I feel like at the end of the day, it's Candace's party. She can invite whoever she wants to, it is what it is, Monique. And so, they just gag about, Charisse being there and, just how Candace and Charisse ain't never been cool. It's always been Candace and Mo. So that everybody trying to figure out, how did they become cool? What's the tea? We're all confused. We don't get it. And then I was like, girl, so Giselle, what are the rumors, Monique, that Charisse is going by saying about you? So Giselle cleared it up for us in her confessional. Apparently, Monique has a trainer. The trainer must be Fine Boots. But Monique and the trainer been kicking. They've been hanging out. They got caught by, it got back to Monique's husband, Christopher Samuels. And, he just wasn't here for it. He was pissed off. So apparently Charisse been going around the town telling everybody this. But my whole thing is, y'all always say Potomac ain't that big and you guys are known names. So, Monique, everybody know that you've been out there doing what you've been doing with your trainer. Allegedly. So don't get mad because Sharice saying it. But I feel like at the end of the day, when they asked Monique, like, what's going on? She was like, I don't want to talk about the rumors because that's how bad they are. Well, bitch, you shouldn't have brought it up. Don't bring up, oh, yeah, she been spreading rumors about me. Well, tell us what rumors. So that way we'll be able to divulge and decide what's real and what's fake, period. Moving on, Ashley got this stud who's a lactation specialist coming to her house to teach her how to better breastfeed. Ashley said that it just became painful when she was breastfeeding because she had a nipple infection. And I was just dead when the stud put the whole titty in her mouth, the fake titty. Because the stud is teaching Ashley, like, you know, how her son should put it on the mouth. That stud must have took that whole fake titty and must have put that whole fake titty down her throat. I said, child, this ain't the stud first time, which we know she's a stud. I said, look at her stuffing this titty down her throat. I said, this is just, honestly, it's way too much. And baby, I gagged. I said, look at her. Child. Anywho, Ashley, you just need to pray. You need to pray, okay? Ashley mom's comes, the lactation specialist, aka the stud, and Ashley's mom, they sit there and just, you know, speak life into her, tell her she needs to get back out, she needs to go have fun, she needs to go back out and be that girl, okay? So Ashley's like, okay, whatever. Candace and Wendy, they have a sit down to kiki and catch up. Hate Wendy's shape. I know she just had a baby, but Wendy ain't got no ass. Wendy and Monique built alike, you know, tall, you know, the shoulders, the titties, no hips. And I was just kind of like, okay, Wendy. But anyways, her and Candace, they meet up, they talk. We get into Wendy, who she is. She's a doctor. She's a professor. You know, she has a doctorate, I'm sorry. Dr. Wendy. She has 3 kids. She just had a baby. She's pretty much just that girl. In Candace's voice, she is black girl magic personified. And I was like, okay, this is cute. Like, okay, Wendy, brown skin girls, they're sitting here talking and kikiing and just having like a whole situation. Candace even said that she loves her a hashtag educated bitch. Peer repoo, me too. They talk about kid talk, and Candace is just like, you know, I've been wanting a baby now. I'm the only one in the group without a baby. And Wendy just gives her advice, you know, like, bitch, have a baby only if it's for you. Do not be out here trying to have babies, trying to keep up with the girls in this circle. Make sure that you are ready, okay? They talk about the girls, and I was dead at this. Wendy was just like, Karen, me and you, we've met each other multiple times. I don't understand why every time I see you, you acting like this is your first time meeting me. So, you know, there's some tea brewing between Karen and Wendy, so we'll get into that. She said that every time she sees Karen, Karen is just being extra like, oh, nice to meet you. But we all know that Karen said that she's not impressed by Wendy and what Wendy's bringing to the table. So, baby, we'll get into that as the season progresses. She said that Giselle... you know, at the end of the day, Candace is like, I can't believe that you and Giselle, you know, got along. You know, I just knew that it was going to be either you guys do this or you guys do that. And she was just like, well, girl, at the end of the day, like, the library is always in session. So, you know, if we wasn't going to get along and Giselle wanted to try and haze me, baby, reading session is, the library is always in session for reads, honey, okay? Okay. So anyways... Candace and Karen, they go out to brunch the next day, and, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, and then Monique texts Candace inviting her to Ashley's event, and so Candace reads the message to Karen, and they just like, girl, what is going on? What these two done concocted? Like, Karen and Candace is pretty much like, girl... we'll see how it's going. But at the end of the day, Candace does want to start over and she does want to move forward. Next we see Monique. She calls to talk to Ashley just to give her a pep talk to come. She told her that she invited Wendy and Candace. When they said Candace's name, because the whole time Ashley's holding her baby, when Monique and Ashley started saying Candace's name, the baby went to hollering and whining and man, I'm like, oh, so Dean already don't fuck with Candace. Pure poo. So we'll see what that is giving. The baby went hashtag haywire. Next, we see Juan. He invites Giselle out. I was like, huh? What's going on? What's the tea? But he pretty much just invites Giselle out to let her know that he and Sir Robin, they're planning on, you know, getting remarried. Giselle is happy. She can't take this, that, and the third. It's just a key that he's been doing Robin for 24 years. I'm happy for Sir Robin at the end of the day. Like, bitch, get married, do what you gotta do. He tells her that he's happy. Giselle discusses Jamal and the girls, how the girls are pretty much like, her daughters are pretty much like not here for it. But at the end of the day, she said she had to tell her daughters like, mommy and daddy is running the family. So it is what it is. Get over it. And her and Juan just kiki and have like a good, nice friendship moment. Next we see Giselle and Mo. So it's time for the situation, right? So Giselle and Mo, they're setting up. You know, they have names with the cards on them. So they, you know, Monique and Giselle, they're putting the cards where the people need to be just to make sure that everything is going to go copacetic, okay? Giselle then gives Monique tea about how she had a conversation with Ashley and, you know, just how some tea came up, you know, about Candace, that how Candace tried to become friends with Sharice when her and Monique had fell out. So Monique is just feeling some type of way, like, no, this bitch is not sitting here. Like, me and you supposed to be friends, and here you over here befriending this bitch just because me and you having a tiff. So that's some tea right there. Mo actually looks really cute, and she's annoyed with Candace and this tea that she's got. Karen and Robin come. Ashley comes. Ashley done got her some ass. Baby Dean done put some pounds on Ashley. Ashley was looking all right. Candace and Wendy come. I love Candace's simple top with her simple bottom. She looks really cute. Everybody hugs. You know, the girls are playing nice. You know, the girls are kikiing. Ash and Candace, they give each other a hug. Bitch, I'm gagging at that. So Ashley announced that she's having a sip and see, and how she's inviting everybody at the table, how she had to have surgery on her booty hole, because there's a tear in her anus, and how she might have to get a shot of Botox in the ass, and the girls are just gagging, honey. The girls are gagging. So next we get into the party tea, and Monique is just pretty much how she was trying to avoid a walrus, and Candace is just pretty much like, well, I didn't know that y'all was beefing like that. Like, I'm sorry, like, well, not even I'm sorry, but just like, girl, I didn't know y'all was beefing like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's my party. I invite who I want to invite. Yada, 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 yada. And then Monique is just like, well, we'll talk later. So Candace is just like, okay. So then Candace and Ashley, Giselle and Monique and Robin, they all feel like there's some apologies that need to happen. But my whole thing, Candace is like, Ashley and I will talk about it later. I don't even want to have this conversation amongst all these girls. And I feel that because, let's talk about it. Monique, you just shut Candace down when you and her was going to talk about Sharice. But now, like you said, Monique, we'll talk later. Well, that's like Candace feel with her and Ashley. Like, Candace and I will talk later. Like, y'all need to stop trying to force these people to have these conversations. So now you got Candace turning up, telling all them shut the fuck up. Like, at the end of the day, like, if this supposed to be a party celebrating Ashley, let's talk about Ashley, how she's doing, what she got going. Like, how has motherhood been? Like, don't turn this into a Candace situation. Like, and I feel that, like, bitch, it's not about me. I'm just here to support, period. Candace just doesn't want to talk about it amongst the group, you know, period. Robin, you shut the fuck up and sit over there and hush. You always concern yourself where it's not needed to be. And I'm just so happy that Candace is going to give these bitches a piece of her mind. We all know Candace is the best dressed bitch on the cast. And that's just on pure poo. Okay? All right, guys. So that's the end of my review. We'll see next week. Well, today, actually, what's going to go on with that whole situation. Okay? So, anyways, that's my review of A Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 2. You guys, please subscribe to my channel. Follow my channel, become a member, follow me on all of my social media in the description, and I just really appreciate you guys. I love you guys for being true Cainiacs, and that's all pure. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.